Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to Impact Leadership. I'm Brother Jackie Cannell, and last week we talked about stress. Can you imagine that in the day that we live in, that we would even pick a subject like stress? But stress is part of our lives, and last week we talked about what it is. What is stress? This week I want to talk about some strategies that may help you as a leader so that you can kind of navigate through these stressful times in our life. And I want you to just kind of listen to me. Maybe there's a few little nuggets that you could write down. I know that this, what I'm about to tell you, has certainly helped me in my leadership life. It probably goes without saying that if you're a leader, you are required to deal with stress, because that's what we do. And so these are some of the things that have been proven in my life, and I want to give them to you quickly that maybe you may pick up one or two. So let's think about it. What are some of the strategies? And the first thing I want to tell you is become aware of your stressors and your reaction to them. You know, I've learned in my life that there's just some things, man, I just know that's going to be a stressor in my life, and I need to know how I react to it. You know, there's just some givens. There's just some stuff that we know are stressors. It could be situations, it could be scheduling, well, it can even be people. And we have to be aware of what our stressors are. And I think going into our leadership life on a continual basis is that we identify what they are, because we know what they are most of the time, and we go ahead and think about our reaction to them. In other words, here's the key. It doesn't take us by surprise. We know what they are. We know they're coming. We know that we're going to have to deal with them. And what we need to do is go ahead and prepare our reaction to it. And I think if we do that systematically, that we're on the proactive list rather than the reactive list. And for me, if I'm proactive in my reaction to stressors that I know are going to come, then I handle them so much better than I would if I didn't know that. So I just think that as leaders, probably we already know a bunch of them that's coming our way. And that may happen on a daily basis, a weekly basis, or a monthly basis. But what I have found in leadership is most of our stressors are not things that just appear. They're coming down the trail, and we know that we're going to have to deal with them. So identify them and go ahead and deal with your reaction to them. And then reduce the intensity of your emotional reactiveness to stress. In other words, rather than blowing up, losing your cool, blowing the lid, don't do that. What I want you to do is learn to reduce the intensity of your reaction. In other words, I want you to take control of how you react to your stress, and reduce the intensity of your emotional reactiveness. Don't allow your emotions to cause you to react in a negative way or an unproductive way. So I want you to reduce the intensity. In other words, when the stress gets high on the inside of you, I want you to reduce the intensity of your steam or your reaction to it, and I want you to kind of temper that down a little bit, so that in the middle of the stressors that you deal with in life, you're not just causing the emotion of that to cause you to lose control. So that's an important thing. And then the third thing is determine to have a healthy lifestyle. Now I'm going to give you 3 little dots about this healthy lifestyle that I think that all of us could do better at. And the first, now remember, determine to have a healthy lifestyle, because when you have a healthy lifestyle, that helps you to deal with stress in a better way. So I'm going to give you 3 things of how you can determine to have a more healthy lifestyle. Number 1, eat right. Number 2, exercise. And number 3, enjoy. Now, those are 3 E's: eat right, exercise, and enjoy your life. And I think if you'll do that, you're kind of going to set yourself in a pattern of healthy lifestyles. And then the fourth thing is relax. Just relax. Take a minute. Breathe. Go on a 2-minute vacation. You may say, now wait a minute, Brother Jay, what does that mean? I can't tell you guys how many times when the stressors come in my life, I just unplug, relax, and just lay back and go somewhere. That seems weird, but it works, y'all. Let me give you a challenge. When we get through with this taping and you watch it, I want you to set your timer on your phone or on whatever, and just lean back and just go on a 2-minute vacation in your mind and just absorb that. And you're going to find that the stress level goes like from here to here. Give yourself permission to relax and take a 2-minute vacation. You'll be amazed. And then the fifth thing is think right. Wrong thinking causes stress. And I want you to get in a pattern of thinking right. I think that's important. And then number 6, realize your limitations. One of the things that I've given myself permission to do is, rather than get all stressed out, is realize that I'm limited in some situations. There's some things just out of our control, and we have to realize our limitations. And then the next thing I wish I had more time to talk to you about it, but compartmentalize your thoughts. That is, when you are a leader, you need to learn to compartmentalize your thinking. And what that means is, give yourself permission to have a lot of rooms in your mind. And listen, this is weird, but I think it'll help you. To compartmentalize your thoughts, you need to put thoughts in separate rooms. And you need to have the key to those rooms. And you need to give yourself permission to shut the door and lock the door in that room and not let all your doors be open at one time. So it's a weird thought, but I'm telling you, it works. So many times I just close my eyes and I think, okay, I'm shutting all the doors down the hall of my mind. And I'm just going to lock all the doors. And right now, all I need to do is open door number 1 or door number 5 or door number 11. But give yourself permission to compartmentalize your thoughts. And then the next thing is prioritize your responsibility. Sometimes so many people leave all the doors open, and when you leave all the doors open, there's a lot of buzzing going on, and you get all wrapped up in so many things that you miss your priorities. So I want you to prioritize your responsibilities as a leader. Everything can't be number 1 priority. Everything can't be the top of the list. You have to kind of section that off, and you have to prioritize your responsibilities. And then the next thing is plan the stress execution. In other words, don't let all the stress attack you, but rather you plan your stress execution. You'll look at what this is, and rather than attacking all your stressors at once, just deal with one at a time. And when you begin to categorize those and you begin to compartmentalize those, then execute them one at a time, and you're going to find out that it sure does lighten the load. So simply put, lighten up, take control, and you'll be glad that you did that. Hey, listen, I believe in you, and I'm proud that you're a leader. So I want to encourage you. Maybe there's 1 or 2 of those little things you looked at and went, man, I need to hear that, Brother Jackie. Well, good. I'm glad I was able to do that. Hey, I want to challenge you to go check out jcimpact.org. There's all kind of resources, all kinds of these little talks, and we'd love for you to connect with that. jcimpact.org. Until then, I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.